welcome to my pick a card channel, the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy and I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. And today's pick a card topic is about somebody on your mind who has perhaps been silent about how they're feeling about you. It doesn't have to be in no contact, but maybe they haven't expressed anything yet and you want to know how are they feeling and why are they silent. And we're going to also take a look to see if they're going to speak up about how they feel, whether they're attracted or not. So we do have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1 with the whale card, pile number 2 with the tarantula, and pile number 3 with the butterfly. And of course, my timestamps are always listed below. I want to take a moment to acknowledge my beautiful returning subscribers. Of course, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your beautiful, kind comments as well. And thank you for encouraging each other as well in the comment section. I get a chance to read them, but I don't get a chance to respond to all of them. But be sure to drop your comments because I will be choosing a winner for a free tarot reading this weekend. So be sure to drop your comment below and hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you are chosen as the winner. And I do notify you in the comment section underneath your comments. So be sure to check back with your notifications and your comments so that if you are chosen the winner, we can reach out to each other. We can get the ball rolling. I will never send unsolicited DMs to anyone. This also applies to anybody new coming into the channel as well. If you're new to the cottage, we would love to have you join our family. You can subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, like this video, do all of the things. I would love to read for you. But for today's topic, how does this person truly feel and why are they silent about it? Pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3. I'm going to jump into pile 1. Hi, pile 1. You were drawn to the whale and this is your reading about why are they silent? How do they truly feel about you? Now the whale has to come up to express itself eventually or it's going to drown down there. So this is hopefully a sign that there will be some type of expression, but this person could just be worrying needlessly perhaps in this moment. This would say that they have so much to express and maybe even some big feelings. I feel like this could be a very emotional person. So being an emotional person, they can't anticipate the outcome if they do express themselves. So they may be worried about a negative outcome and how that might affect those big emotions as well. So let's take a look and see. Using the Anatomy Tarot for you today, pile 1. How does this person truly feel about you who has not expressed themselves and why are they silent? For pile 1, please. We're starting with the 9 of Cups. On this card, it says Bliss Brew, Wish Tonic, Love Potion, Joy Elixir. We have the 3 of Cups. Again, Love Potion, Bliss Elixir. We have the Queen of Coins. This person has such a big crush on you, and they don't think that you know. They don't think that you know at all. Such a big crush on you. And maybe it's wishful thinking. Maybe they just hope that you do have this feeling. It's like it would make them feel very good if you did feel this way. And the two of you could just be friends or be a part of the same group, like social group. You have the 4 of Coins. And I feel like this person has almost got to the point of saying something a couple of times. But it's like they've gotten so close and yet then they stop themselves because of vulnerability. Because they think that they're forgettable and you are unforgettable. Because I'm hearing that Nat King Cole song. You're unforgettable, but they think that they are forgettable. We have here the 3 of Wands. Now this sort of teetered into the reverse, and this almost looks like a bone saw or something to me. So there are still bones to pick perhaps for the future, but they are looking towards the future. Here we have the Queen of Swords and there is the Queen of Wands. And I will say that it almost feels like sometimes they're waiting for a sign of a good opportunity to communicate. I think that they're really intimidated by you, and it's because they think that you're the trifecta. They think that you're smart. They think that you're creative. They think that you have goals and you're passionate. Maybe they even know about like your future or your goals in your future and your career. They also think that you're really beautiful. And it doesn't have to be specifically divine feminine energy. It's all about energy. It has nothing to do with gender. So this could be masculine energy, for instance, but the attraction is there. And when somebody is intelligent and smart and gorgeous, that can be really, really intimidating for someone who doesn't think that they are matching up to that frequency, because they would love expansion. They would love more. Here is the Chariot energy. They definitely could be a water sign. I can't deny you were drawn to the Whale. Now we have this Chariot energy, and there's a feeling about diligently digging deep to get some sort of strength. But like in a perfect world, in this person's perspective, the two of you would end up together. They just wonder if it's just a wish and it's wishful thinking. So you have nothing really to fear when it comes to this person's opinion of you. And truthfully, I feel like this person doesn't really have anything to fear about what they have to offer, because the King of Pentacles is a very good option. Somebody who themselves have a lot to offer someone. They're also saying the two of you are very different. And that could come in so many different ways. It can come in race, it can come in culture, it can come in religion, it can come in personalities. But they say that the two of you are very different. So they could be kind of shyer, more reserved, and they feel like you are more outspoken or more confident. But it's like if they don't express soon, it's like they're going to burst here, because they have this passionate desire to pursue. They're very, very physically drawn to you. And I think the two of you would look really good together, actually. But they feel ignored by you. And that may not be a truth. That just could be their subjective experience, or their subjective, like how they're processing communication or interactions with you, but they don't think that you've noticed them. And that just fuels their insecurity more. And it's not the truth. That's the problem, is that they're just perceiving it to be so. They think that you look at them as just a friend, or that it's just casual, or it's not something that you're really considering. Here's the Three of Cups. But there's a feeling about, I want to pursue this, even when it comes to the future. Like this person kind of fantasizes about in the very least, like they have this goal, this desire to arrive somewhere with you, but in the very least, they would love to have some sort of physical expansion, even if it's just as friends. Back of the deck is the Two of Swords, and we have the Three of Swords. Now, we can't deny that we're reading for the collective, so for some, this Two of Swords, Three of Swords could mean conflict with other people, so please take that as it resonates. There is something impulsive about you that they wanted to, it's like, or something impulsive about their attraction for you that makes them want to be a little chaotic and maybe express themselves. But there's so much worry associated with expressing themselves. Let's see here. How do they truly feel, please? It says here, I would do anything for you, ... And there is a huge emphasis on friendship, but this person is not interested in being friends with you. They're also highlighting maybe even reunions with you. It says here, if I follow you, I could lose everything. And maybe they're worried about losing something practical. Again, a person, a situationship. They could be worried about losing their ego. It says your family won't like me. Maybe I'm not enough for you. Happiness is my priority right now. And it says here, you hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. And I do sense this feeling of feeling overlooked or ignored. Again, that may not be the truth or the facts of the case, but there's a bit of it's like they give themselves reasons or excuses not to come to the surface to express. And sometimes the ego will help us do that. It gives us any reason why now's not the time. And they're highlighting that. It's like, I'll do anything for you, ... but maybe I can't do that. Maybe I can't fight my ego right now. Maybe my ego's telling me that your family won't like me, that I'm not enough, that, you're not interested in me. It's like, I would settle for friendship, but I don't want friendship. I just wish things were different. But it's all about what they don't know. It's like, what do you want? How do you feel? It's like, truly, they do feel like perhaps new information could help to cure their fears or to cure their reservations about coming forward. And we're going to take a look and see if they are going to express something. It says here, I'm actually looking for clarity. coming out. How do they truly feel, please, about pile number 1? Why are they silent? It says here, I want to start over, and you are everything. So if the two of you did start as friends, for instance, they wish that there could be a do-over. It's like, I don't want to get stuck in any sort of friend zones. I get so jealous over you. And even in a crowded room, I feel lonely for you. I feel like this person could be a little bit more shy. They feel more, almost quiet. It says here, I'm not going to make it. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. Back of the deck, we have, I can't decide what to do about how I'm feeling in this connection. How do they truly feel at this time, please? Passion, insane chemistry, liking each other, wanting to have fun, wanting ascension. We have abundance on the back of the deck, trying to keep a positive mindset so they can manifest exactly what they want. And what they want is to arrive in a place where maybe you're sitting beside them in that chariot. Now let's ask Spirit, why are they silent specifically in this moment? We have the Moon. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. Now, sometimes when the Ten of Cups is reversed, there is somebody who's trying to avoid creating trouble, somebody who could be worried about breaking something down, breaking down a friendship with you, breaking down a commitment cycle for either one of you. So if that resonates with you, please know that that is your message. They have something to release. And honestly, there's the Tower and the Nine of Cups. They have something to release. So they could take a passive approach to communication because of relationships. And because perhaps, again, that they're just worried about the outcome from your perspective. They could be worried about being rejected, and that's why they haven't come to the surface yet. So as I'm reading for the collective, again, many energies are going to float in. So for some, the reason why they're holding back if they're not in a relationship is because they're sure you're going to reject them. And it's like if I say it, I can't take it back, and then it's awkward, or there's upheaval, or it creates a change in our friendship or our relationship, no matter what the dynamic. So it's like it's easier for me to sit here and just fantasize and wish and hope for things to be different. But that doesn't help create the solution. And again, if the whale doesn't come to the surface, he could drown in that emotion overall. So let's take a look and see if Spirit is indicating that they will actually be able to tackle this issue. Will they come forward with clarity? Will pile 1 ever get clarity or closure over how this person truly feels? We have the King of Swords. We have the Magician. We have the Two of Swords. Four of Swords split between the Nine of Swords on the back of the deck, and there's the Hierophant. Now, the truth is that Spirit does see resistance. They see like a quiet awakening coming into their spirit that comes in, but that there's a quietness about them and they may not share it. They see the potential and they sit upon it, but they drag their feet. And they could be dragging their feet for the next year or so for someone watching. For others, it might just be a couple of weeks potentially, but they do see a passive approach towards clarity here. And it's because of a reality of where they're sitting emotionally. Again, this could be reflecting where they're sitting physically with the Nine of Swords, feeling like I keep walking in the same pathway or on the same circle over and over again. But again, nothing changes if nothing changes. So this person is bound to still feel emotionally overwhelmed by their feelings, but perhaps continue to keep them suppressed. Here at the Two of Swords and the Two of Swords, they may take a passive approach to communicating these feelings in the future. And Spirit just provides that information because they feel like it's valuable for you, that if you feel like there are steps you can take, if you have that information, it may change your course, so to speak. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 1. If you're new to the channel, I do end each pile with a charm cast. I start with Tiny Tarot, just to get a little bit of extra information. from your guides and angels. We have the Eight of Cups, we have the Chariot, we have the King of Swords reversed. Now, this is somebody who ultimately will fully learn from this. Like, they're learning through we always learn through every interaction that we have, whether it's somebody that we've met for 5 minutes or someone that we know for 5 years. We're always learning how to be human, truly, by how we interact with other people. So they are fully learning something in this moment, but there's a sense of like returning backwards or returning to my home, perhaps. It's like this person may feel emotionally driven from the past and into the future with you, but they may stay put where they are and not communicate effectively here with the King of Swords reversed. And it does feel sort of intentional and a bit self-preserving. So they may just be doing it to avoid conflict for themselves overall, but it won't actually create the resolution of that conflict, because again, the whale will just drown in that emotion. It's suffocating. We have make, and we have Sagittarius energy with the gecko. We have communication with the letter S, the microphone, and we have the star here, I think, of Aquarius energy. Now we do have, I always think of commitment cycles with this planet, and they're talking about commitment cycles that could empower us, or there could be commitment cycles for either one of you, maybe both of you. We also have the strength, the infinity symbol here, so Leo energy in the bull. Lots of Cancer energy as well. All right, pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Please drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading, and be sure to hit your notification bell. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below and updated daily. But I hope you come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, pile number 2, you were drawn to the tarantula, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, how do they truly feel about you, and why are they silent? Now, the tarantula is a very interesting creature because it talks about weaving a destiny, but the tarantula is a different type of spider that it actually burrows into the ground. It has like a little den in the ground, and it just sits in the opening of the den and it waits. It waits for food to come to it, and at the moment where food gets close enough, it just reaches out and grabs it. So there's a patience about this creature. This person could be exercising patience and waiting for like divine timing, waiting for the perfect opportunity to advance their situation or their attention on you. But let's take a look and see how are they truly feeling at this moment, and why are they silent. We're going to use the Sante Morte Book of the Dead Tarot for you today. How do they truly feel at this moment, please, towards pile number 2? That's too many. Let's try that again. How do they truly feel, please? We have the Page of Wands coming out first. And they've been complacent. You can see the legs are crossed. They're wearing that top hat. And when I was a little girl and I was being pushed on the swing, my mom used to sing me this song about swinging high and swinging low, and that's the song I'm hearing right now for some reason. And the song ends with, if you can't swing high, swing low. So it's like, if I know perhaps that my course is not going to lead me to an abundant place, then I'm just going to keep myself safe. Hanged Man. Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords. There we have the Wheel of Fortune back of deck, but we're just going to stack these little guys together. And you'll notice the Hanged Man has the Hanged Man here has a clock sitting with him in the water. And then we have this Knight of Cups. And, you know, Spirit's kind of calling this person out. Like, they're talking about stress being associated with one of the reasons why they are silent in this moment. Because they feel stressed at the possibility of being vulnerable and bringing forward an offer. And it is not because they are not interested that this timing has perhaps created a little bit of confusion for you. Because it feels like they're surrendering. They're telling themselves, I'm waiting for the perfect moment. But the reality is that Spirit's calling them out, saying that they are stressed over the possibility of bringing forward that offer. They're almost, somebody just said, I don't even know if you remember me. So for someone watching, this could be an old connection from the past. It doesn't have to be for everyone, of course. I'm reading for the collective. Here's the Nine of Pentacles. I also feel like it's like they have this to-do list in front of themselves, which they feel like they have to accomplish before they come forward. You know, we will tell ourselves things like, well, I have to lose 20 pounds, or I have to fix my hair, or I have to build up the courage, whatever, or I have to make more money. Like it's like they're telling themselves I have to be more than what I am right now before I can come forward with my truth. Because the Six of Swords is like somebody who wants to share clarity in a collaboration. And their opinion of you is really high because you are this Nine of Pentacles, and they've had this opinion of you for a really long time. The Nine of Pentacles is someone who has worked hard to get to where they are, whether it's physically, whether it's financially, whatever the case may be. You deserve to like be praised. It's like they put you, and especially when it comes to the physical, they put you on that pedestal. And that's why I feel like they also feel kind of vulnerable. They like to present themselves as confident, as self-assured. That could be like the persona that they give into the world. But when we have to put our money where our mouth is, that's where our true nature, our true vulnerability shows itself. Because they just highlighted, and it's kind of a creepy message. I guess creepy, I don't know. I don't like spiders very much, but they're highlighting the tarantula and how fuzzy it is. And I heard like warm and fuzzy. Like this person looks intimidating or maybe acts cool and collected, but they're actually kind of a softie is what they're telling me with this tarantula. A bit of a softie here. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and this person could work with you. Spirit says it could work with you. The Eight of Pentacles doesn't have to mean the work around, but they're talking about, first of all, the opportunity and having to take advantage of an opportunity and put the effort into the opportunity. But look at how this coin purse is missing things. It's like got a hole in it. It's been stitched up. It does speak to their idea of what they're worth, what they're able to offer in this moment, their capability of being able to put the effort in to the momentum and the action. Because it's like they're afraid to take their mask off. They're afraid to look bad. They're afraid to push through the obstacles. And look at, there's the Ten of Wands. At least now they're like, I'm waiting for the perfect moment. But there's the pendulum swinging again. This reference to swinging. So it's like, if I can't swing high, if I can't hit a home run, then I'm not going to swing at all right now. Now, sometimes the Knight of Wands, he gets so passionate about what he wants to pursue that he just kind of, it's like he's out of the gate before they shoot the gun at the beginning of the race. I will also say that with this Six of Swords, this person may need a little help in expressing themselves. But let's take a look here. Four of Wands. Why are they silent, please, for pile number 2? The High Priestess. Six of Cups coming in. Nine of Wands. The Eight of Wands. They're also silent because it's like they don't want to, or they're telling themselves, I don't want to put undue pressure on you. I don't want to make things challenging for you. There's almost like a sense of protection. But part of that is self-protection. They're trying to push it towards you and say, well, I'm trying to protect you, and I'm trying to not make things awkward for you or put you on the spot, put pressure on you. But like they just showed me the star. It's like you're so close yet so far away. It's like something I wish upon, but I don't actually know if I'm going to get it. And I just heard catch a falling star and put it in my pocket and save it for a rainy day. So it's like I'm saving this conversation for later. I'm tabling it right this moment, or I'm putting it on the shelf. Because it's like right now I'm just trying to keep things in balance. Again, perhaps in an environment like a work realm. It's like I don't want to make things awkward for you because maybe we're kind of friends right now. It's like we have a good rapport going on right now. And maybe you think we're just friends. Because now there's Capricorn energy coming through here. And ultimately here at the Eight of Cups, this could be a signal that the work that they're being called to do may come forward, and they may actually be able to accomplish it. But they're talking about the hermit steps moving forward. It's like tiny baby steps. And there's the hermit. Tiny baby steps moving forward towards this release. Because right now fear is their constant companion. Because why wouldn't they be afraid? There's the Knight of Swords. When this is the outcome. When this is what they're going for. And this is what they're looking at. When they feel like this sometimes. So that's why they're holding back in this moment. They're looking and waiting for a perfect opportunity. They're being extremely cautious because of practical concerns, especially surrounding like perhaps the environment, the work realm here in this connection. How do they truly feel, please? I have a gift for you, and the gift is revelation. It says, I'm so attracted to you, you don't know what you do to me. I also just saw I'm situating this situation. I'm always reminded of you. I've thought about actually living with you. They've allowed themselves to fantasize beyond the initial reaction or beyond the initial clarity. I have been trying to send you messages in the 5D. I've actually thought about surprising you with a date. You are by my side, and I cherish you for that. They do feel like the two of you have had a good rapport, or you've had a really good connection, at least to begin the process here. And it says, I'm going to take action, but I am planning my approach. This is a good sign, perhaps, of things to come, of are they going to remain silent, or are they going to take action? And I'm going to ask that question as well for you. I want to dedicate a song to you. I do want to make things right. Just please give me the opportunity. It says, the thought of explaining myself and apologizing scares me. I don't want to see pain in your eyes. It's like, I don't want to make things awkward for you. I don't want to put pressure on you or put you on the spot. But truly, they don't want to see that same fear shining back at them. Like, they don't want to do it to themselves. How do they truly feel? What are their current thoughts, please, for pile number 2? I'm just going through the motions of life right now. I've lied about my feelings for you. It's getting bright in here. I want to run away together. It's like, let's forget about our responsibilities. Let's just be impulsive with this Knight of Wands. I just saw I miss you. Have you moved on? It's like, do you even have feelings for me? Because I'm kicking myself. Like perhaps kicking themselves because they've had past opportunity and they didn't take it. So now they're ready and waiting for that opportunity. The attraction is undeniable right now. Or I'm sorry, the attraction is undeniable, but are you in love right now is coming up with you. And I'm stuck in a karmic cycle with you. Let's get one more. Oh, we have, could you forgive me? And my attraction is more than physical. Back of the deck says, I'm sorry if I ever hurt you. And I do feel like this person has genuine emotional connection to you with that Six of Cups. Again, they're very physically attracted to you, but it's a little bit deeper for this person at this moment. So this is at the point of the reading where we're going to take a look and see if this person's going to follow through with their actions. Are they ever going to speak up? Are they going to clarify their feelings? In pile number 2, please. We have the Seven of Swords coming up with the Nine of Swords. This is their nerves really getting the best of them and their ego telling them it is not safe to approach in this moment. But they're also highlighting the Tower here because this person, yeah, they're making plans. They're trying really hard to break through the conflict that the ego is trying to tell them at this moment. Now, I will say they have intentions of telling you something. Sometimes the road to hell is paved with good intentions because the Two of Wands doesn't necessarily show execution. And they are concerned about the environment that you work in. You could work in some type of like government field, institution, like a school, like a hospital. Like it doesn't have to be, of course, but they're highlighting like this could create change for us. There could be other people who have opinions of it. I don't think they necessarily care about the opinions of other people, but they are concerned about your reaction or your opinion of other people's opinions. Are they going to tell and come forward, please? We do have the World, yes. Now, poking out is the Hermit, and we have the Five of Swords. They are currently addressing the conflict that the ego is telling them to keep themselves safe. That's why it might take some time, why we might have to exercise patience like the tarantula before we see an outcome. But there is further communication and there is further confirmation that could be coming in the future of this situation, and they intend upon it. They do have plans. It's just sometimes we can let ourselves get in the way of our own plans. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 2, please. What was the last thought they had about pile 2 in the bowl? Five of Swords out of the bowl. Here's the Seven of Cups reversed. And so Spirit says they're going to push through this fear. Even though, you know, honestly, they're waiting for the moment of readiness, but even when they do push through, they're still not going to feel that readiness. And that's the lesson that they're learning, is that we never completely feel prepared for change. It's the only constant. But Spirit says more will be revealed to you here. And they're saying that some of the thoughts that they have are kind of like illusions. They're not truth. They're just based on their own insecurity. So those are going to be lifted as well. We have Song. Things are coming to light. We have the butterfly. We have the baby shark. We also have the little pig. I do think of beware of greed with the big, and the Four of Pentacles. So vulnerability, insecurity, and even be wary of how we intercept like lack of communication right now. Sometimes it can make us feel really insecure. We have E, N, and V. We also have here divine feminine energy and abundance. So they're highlighting the Empress. The baby shark could indicate children or taking advantage of opportunity. And we also have a dime from 2014. Now the dime is like the Six of Swords for me. So clarity, transition into clarity is coming in for us. They're also highlighting October. So that could be an important month. Libra energy could also be important. All right, pile number 2. That's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comment below for your chance to win a reading with me, and be sure to hit your notification bell. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personalized reading, and I do update that shop daily. But please come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the butterfly, and this is your reading. In this reading, we are taking a look here at why are they silent? How do they truly feel about you? And we're also going to see if they're going to reach out, or if they're not reach out, but if they're going to express themselves to you. Because this doesn't necessarily mean no contact. It just means somebody who hasn't expressed themselves to you at this point. But how are they truly feeling about you? And why are they silent at this moment? Now, the butterfly is actually a beautiful sign of transformation that could be available. It also speaks of somebody who needs to break out of their shell or break out of a restriction. If things could come to light in this connection in the future as well. So there could be a lot of evolution here. And it's like we always want the outcome. We love the butterfly. We think it's beautiful, but we don't acknowledge that it went through that phase of the caterpillar and it was hungry for success and it did everything it had to attain this. So let's take a look here. For pile number 3, please. How do they truly feel at this time for pile number 3? We have the Temperance. We have the Chariot. We have the Five of Cups. This person is like feeling really emotionally torn because there's a feeling of loss already here in this situation. The Eight of Cups. It's almost like they feel like they can't have what they want here. How do they truly feel, please? We have the Judgment. We have the Seven of Swords, because how they feel about you is a secret here, and they have not been honest with you, or perhaps even honest with themselves to a certain degree here. Here's the Hierophant, and there's the Devil. There's the Four of Wands. Oh my goodness. Now, they're highlighting Taurus and Capricorn at this time, and they're saying that with this Hierophant can represent institutions like education, government, marriage. So it could be the job realm, it could be the romantic realm with commitment cycles, for instance. There's attachment here to you, to insecurity, maybe even to other realms, which is perhaps why they're silent for some. It's that this person doesn't feel like they can express in a real way. Without extreme judgment or without upheaval of some kind, because they feel kind of torn. Their opinion of you is high because it's very tempting. It's like there's something special about you, that it's like whatever special is about you is enough to almost tempt them away from maybe even a current relationship, or tempting them to take their mask off. But it may not happen overnight. There's a reference here to timing. So even these feelings for them, these emotions didn't rise overnight. It took time for them to develop. Death energy. It's also taking time for them to execute as well. Here's the Eight of Cups with the Eight of Cups. Now, we can't deny that the Eight of Cups is sometimes walking away, literally walking away from something unfulfilling. Together, the 8 and the 8 is the 16. So they are referencing like upheaval, walking away from environments, maybe even two people that have to walk away from environments as well. Maybe two people that are similar in their attachments or their attachment style. Now, we can't do anything about their half of the journey, of course. We can only work on the reflections for ourselves. But look, Judgment and Judgment too. And I feel like part of them wonders if it's too late, or it's like you arrived at the wrong time, like the attraction that they had for you arrived at an inconvenient time for them. But it's a temptation for them to take a deep dive into something new. But I feel like they are afraid to kind of take a mask off, and they're afraid to look bad. So it's like they're denying it. Yeah, because there could be a commitment cycle here, a family unit that they're trying to protect at this moment, because there's the Devil again, and there's the Two of Cups. Because it's like this inspiration towards a relationship with you, again, is enough to make me want to loosen up the chains. But they could also be worried about the chain of events that happen, or that could be created out of this action if they came towards you. So it's like they're waiting, they're biding their time before they go out on a limb. And here's the Temperance woman sitting out on a limb of a tree, because their action towards you could create major upheaval, could create a lot of, change in a situation where somebody's felt really restricted. But change can be really, really scary. So there is a little bit of hesitation, because they know that with this change, it's not just a fantasy comes a loss. Here with the Five of Cups, they feel like they would have to mourn something. But they also feel like a connection with you, when they fantasize about it, is a solution that would help them to tame some of those tears, or to placate some of that fear inside of them. They feel like they have to keep, I'm scared to tell you how I feel. They feel like they have to keep this a secret. I just heard the term loosen the chains. We have the Yang, the Divine Masculine, and the Ace of Wands, which inspires everything. Now we have the Ten of Swords coming over. Is this really over? And the Ten of Swords is all about obsession sometimes, and over emotional responses to pain. It's like, I wish I could, but I can't in this moment. And there's a lot of sadness surrounding it. It speaks to almost questioning the helplessness, or questioning the ability of making change. Because especially if we move into a place of denial, because they might even deny their feelings in the context of this environment. But when we're in this place of denial, we don't even want to, we want to be convinced otherwise. Because this is actually far from being over, is coming out now as well. It's like, is this over? Is this really over? No, it's far from being over. And that's perhaps why the Death came out underneath the Temperance, because Temperance takes time to evolve. And this change, they feel like, may take time to evolve as well. What do you even see in me? Back of deck, it says, I'm afraid to look bad in this situation. I'm afraid to take my mask off. And so it's like wishful thinking right now. They're saying, if pigs could fly, is it even possible, or is it just a fantasy? They do know that it might be easier if it was just a fantasy. But because it isn't just a fantasy, there becomes this issue with having to take the action, maybe having to walk away, even if walking away would empower them. How do they truly feel, please? The breakup is bad. I'm still healing. And they may be anticipating that after the fact. They may be anticipating the pain of an in-between cycle. It says here, I fancy everything about you. They may also feel like you're someone from their past that they still fantasize about, that they wish they had never broken off. Is this real? Do you feel it too? My life is in chaos right now. I am making plans, but I do need time. I feel like they were asking for time right out of the deck here with that Temperance energy. It says soulmates. Is that what this is? They spent an awful lot of time to get to that place of overthinking with the Ten of Swords. So they've just made a habit, perhaps, out of overthinking about this connection. But we're going to ask, because I do feel, let's ask about, I feel like the whys here are attachment, if I'm being honest. The reason they're silent up to this point is because they can't come forward, or they feel like they can't. But are they going to come forward to pile number 3, please? Queen of Cups. 3 of Cups. There's an aspect of reunions here as well. The 4 of Cups. They feel like you could be invested in something as well. If you're in another relationship, for instance, they may have an opinion or think that you're in another relationship. It's like they are waiting for a sign from you, waiting to see if they have your support. Because we have the 4 of Swords here. So they're a little bit defensive to create that clarity on their own in this moment. Because at this moment, in the very present moment, they know that there are steps they have to take to achieve clearance, perhaps. So it's like their emotional confusion keeps them in a state of fantasy instead of action. They may take a passive approach towards clarifying their feelings. They may be looking for a sign from you, but you may also be worried about other people's opinions coming in and gossip. I just feel like they're going to have a difficult time overcoming this hurdle. And of course, the future is fluid, and they have the strength inside of them to divert and to create change. Spirit just says the natural momentum may not support that at this time. But now we have the Fool and the Star coming out with the Hermit and the King of Swords. And you never can tell with those baby steps where that Hermit might lead them down the line, but timing is definitely going to be a feature here. There's a moment of in-between. There's this feeling with the Star about watching you on the internet. If they do make contact, again, it could take a little while for them to come forward, and it will come in online in that way. But it's like a huge leap that they're taking. It's a big risk that they're taking at that time. And at least for the next 7 months, Spirit says they're going to ignore that prompt. Let's get the charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. What is the last thought they had about pile number 3, please? 2 of Wands coming reversed with the 10 of Pentacles. They were thinking about commitment cycles potentially and security. It's like security situations. They're also highlighting like plans that they are making, but also some plans that could fall through, and some frustrating delays because of that 3 of Pentacles. And there's the Devil again. We've seen the Devil 3 times now. So a lot of Capricorn energy coming through and a lot of Taurus. But it's this foundation. It's like you are a benchmark of opportunity, and maybe they felt like they missed that opportunity. They wish that they could have another, but another foundation may have taken its place, and that's now the hurdle. And together with the 10 and the 3, that is the Death energy of 13. So they may be waiting for things to naturally end before they take the type of action that they want to take to minimize risk. We have here the crystal ball. We have N, P, and N. We also have here Sagittarius with a gecko and a dime. Now the dime, I think of Libra energy and October. I also think of the 6 of Swords, so clarity and communication, closure that's needed. They're also asking us to give our cares over to the angels, and we do have Saint Anthony holding on to baby Jesus, so children could be a feature, and he's the patron saint of lost things. So this person may have felt like they've already lost you. The name Anthony may also be important for someone watching. All right, that's what I have for you today, pile number 3. I hope it resonates with you. Drop your comments below for your chance to win a reading with me. I will be drawing a name this weekend, so be sure to hit your notification bell so that we can get the ball rolling. And I just hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. I also wanted to mention that I do offer readings through my private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below as well. But I hope that you have a beautiful day.